And God called the dry land earth, and the waters he called seas. Then at his command the earth brought forth grass and herbs and flowers and trees. The night fell on the third day. At dawn on the fourth day, there was already a new creation. The sun. It warmed and fed the land like God himself. And when the evening came on the fourth day, the Lord God unveiled the stars and sailed the moon out between the clouds.
And on the fifth day?
God said, "Let the waters bring forth living creatures that move and have life." Still there was no sound but the wind, until, by the evening of the fifth day, the sea and the sky were alive with new creatures, plunging and wheeling in their element. On the sixth day, God made all the living creatures that live on the earth. To crown his work, God said, "I will create man and woman. Let them be made in the image of God, their creator." Their names were Adam and Eve, created to revel in their God, to love and enjoy each other forever.
And on the seventh day?
God rested perfect. But Lucifer was not satisfied. As close to God as he could be, he wanted more.
I will be greater. I will step further. Only one of 1,000,000. Yes! Above the stars of God himself, I will be as the Most High.
Your pride will be brought down to the grave.
I cannot die.
You can long to die, and you will.
Michael, do not stand in my way.
Down, Lucifer. Down to hell!
Adam and Eve were free. They walked in a teeming world, wishing to see nothing but this, wishing to be nothing but themselves. The world was glad. When evening cooled the garden, the Lord God spoke with them, walked with them. Now, in the middle of the garden, the Lord God planted a tree. It was laden with blossom and fruit, but it was different from every other tree he had made.
This garden is yours. Taste and eat of all that is in it, except the fruit of this one tree, the tree of all knowledge, evil as well as good. Bite into that fruit, and on that day, death will begin to hunt you down.
We will obey.
What can prevent us?
This pain, the burning, the agony. I must be free! I am Lucifer, the son of the morning. I will not dance at the throne of God. I will topple it. Let God fear me.
Adam was at the riverside when Eve woke. She walked through the garden to find him. Not fearful. Why should she be?
Eve. Eve, my child.
You are the serpent.
And you are the loveliest thing in a perfect garden. If only you knew it.
I do know it now. You have told me.
Will you pick some fruit for us?
Here.
Not peaches today.
What then?
Something rare and delicate. There, in the middle.
No, not that.
No. Doesn't it make your mouth water? And the scent of it?
We may pick of any of the fruits of the garden.
Well, of course.
Except those. Those we must not touch. The Lord God has forbidden us.
If God forbids this or that, Eden is no better than a prison.
No, we are free.
Well, if God has said you are free, then be free. Pick and eat.
But if we eat the fruit of that tree, we will die.
You will not die. Death is a big word. You don't understand it. But you could understand everything. Don't you want to be like that God you love so much?
Like God? Yes.
But you would rather be a slave. Does such a God need slaves?
He asks for obedience.
And would God have put the tree in the garden if it truly brought death?
I cannot argue with God.
Unless you taste the fruit.
Why do I feel the world pulling against me? The air is thick.
Perfection.
Cover yourself.
From you or from God?
What have we done?
What are we to do?
And the slow creep of death into their flawless world was fearful.
The world shifts. Busy.
I saw you once, whole, perfect. Now there are splinters in my eyes.
Light. Harsh light. The day is at my throat. Are we dying?
What is it to die?
Escape from God. We must escape.
Adam, Eve, tell me why you are hiding.
We are
naked.
You have always been naked. Why are you ashamed? You have eaten the fruit, my single commandment, and you have broken it.
The serpent reasoned with me. He made me listen.
We had no arguments.
I did not give you the burden of understanding, only of obedience.
Something is gone. Something I knew.
That is a pain never to be shed. It is the mirror of mine. I feel the sting of your future and mine. Possessor, shape-shifter. I know you. Hunt and be hunted. Crawl forever, dragged in dust, breaker of brightness. I made you a world. Now make your own. And will you curse me when it has no purpose, no beauty? The serpent has shed its skin. You must put on skins if you are ashamed. There is consolation in all that lies unused in your hearts. There will always be the memory of a memory. And there will be a way back.
As usual, you were not expecting me. I'm sure you can recognize who I am, but if you don't, let me introduce myself. It is I who worship God for thousands of years. I was the greatest of all slaves. My beauty lifted the hearts of the crowds. My light outshined the stars. And I was determined to ascend above the clouds to the high sacredness of God. And it happened. My wish was granted. It was a dream come true. I was rewarded by my Creator to be amongst the finest angels, the most loved. I was adoring all my eminence until your father, Adam, was created. I couldn't believe that I, the greatest of all, had to prostrate to an insignificant human made from clay. Difficult it was. I refused. I said no to the Almighty. I worshipped God for thousands of years. For how long had Adam served him? Why was Adam given the whole earth to rule? Clearly, I deserved it all, without a doubt. I am the one to rule and command the earth. Since the day of my refusal to kneel, I turned into the worst creature, became the enemy of God and his faithful servants. God promised me to enter hell on the day of judgment and to be held there for eternity. All this has happened because of you. I hate and envy you the same way I envied your father. Since you were born, I have been sinfully harming your life. I will not enter hell alone. I want you to share the pain with me and the curse that will descend upon me. I want to see you burn, cry, and scream as I will. Do you wish to know how I will achieve this? I will uncover the secrets behind my deceptions, the cunning tricks, the manipulation of strategies, and use it all to lead you towards sin. I will show you how I enter the heart of mankind to cause corruption in the world. You must be wondering why I would reveal my secrets to you. And don't worry, you will forget it all by the end of our meeting. To start, I want to clear a misconception you might have. Sadly, I have no power to force you to sin. Only by influencing your free will can I drive mankind to disobey. My grand agenda aims to strip the world from religious beliefs. My strategy to mislead you is very simple. I first try to drag you to infidelity and associating partners with God, which is the greatest sin. If you resist and don't get tricked, I like this one. I then move to plan B, which is to call you to major sins, like abandoning your prayers, adultery, causing harm to your fellow man, drinking alcohol. If you were a true believer and kept steadfast, I don't get discouraged. I call you towards minor sins. If you ignore me, I then occupy your days with permissible matters that are not sins or good deeds, like overeating, pursuing worldly affairs. All these will prevent you from getting rewards. The way I do all this is by gradually entering your heart through your weaknesses. Through what you love most, I attract you step by step. By beautifying this world in your eyes, I make it magical. Hard to resist, tough to reject. Wealth, power, fame, and women become the center of all thoughts, the core that the whole world orbits around. I hypnotize you to run from one passion to another, committing evil endlessly. The more you people sin, the more I occupy your souls. And when you discover the truth that you became my slaves, you would be dead. If all these fail, I begin to plant fear and sadness in your heart. Poverty would become scary, so that you lie and cheat. I make you fear the oppressor, so that you don't stand up for the oppressed. I make you fear everything but God, except God. Once you remain undefeated, then it is time for my most powerful trick. I use my elite slaves, those who dedicate their lives to me and my agenda. I command them to manipulate your life, to harm you, prosecute you, and to distort your reputation. They can approach you from every side. With this scheme, I can diminish your willpower and strength to resist. I can disable you from moving forward towards God. In this way to God, don't think you can overthrow me. I will show you what no one has ever seen from me. I will whisper and invite day and night. I will enter your soul through what you love most to make your evil self meaner, greedier, needier. I will feed your mind with evil and daunting thoughts to diminish your determination. It is I who will be victorious. It is I who will last.
I'm forgiven because you were forsaken, and I'm accepted. You were condemned, and I'm alive and well. Your spirit is within me because you died and rose again. Well, I'm forgiven because you were forsaken, and I'm accepted. You were condemned, and I'm alive and well. Your spirit is within me because you died and rose again. Amazing love, well, how can it be that you, my King, would die for me? Amazing love, well, I know it's true, and it's my joy to honor you in all I do. I honor you. Well, I'm forgiven because you were forsaken, and I'm accepted. You were condemned, and I'm alive and well. Your spirit is within me because you died and rose
I come before you today, and there's just one thing that I want to say. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for all you've given to me, for all the blessings that I cannot see. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. With a grateful heart, with a song of praise, with an outstretched arm, I will bless your name.